Hey guys, what is happening? Welcome back. It is Teasdale here, and we have another Pauper League for you. This time, one has been released, and we have a lot of new cards to try. If you've seen my previous video of top 5 cards in one, you've seen I cheat a little bit, and I put this deck in number 2, because I do think there is a chance that this deck could be pretty good. So, without further ado, might not be this list, but let's have some fun and try this list out.
It's Pauper time.
So guys, as you can see, we are playing Blue-Black Poison. This is basically an attempt. It's just my initial first draft at the list. Actually, that's a lie. It's actually my third draft because, as you can see on the left-hand side, you can't actually, it's covered by the handles. But this is a draft of the deck where we're a blue-black control deck, and we're using removal spells and draw spells to basically kill our opponent. That's pretty much it. We're using new cards from one. We are using a total of... Let's find out. We are using a total of 21 cards from one. We are unfortunately not using any from the sideboard, but still 21 new cards to try here today. But all of them are pretty straightforward. So we have a Quench, which when their opponent has 3 poison counters on it, it basically becomes a 1 and a blue counterspell. And the reason I'm running 4 of these and only 1 counterspell is basically the mana base. With a deck like this, you can see how heavy blue and heavy black it is, that you basically need so much blue and so much black at the same time that having access to 2 black or 3 blue because you need to hold up a blue spell and counter spell is incredibly hard. Where having 2 blue to hold up double Bring the Ending, even if it isn't technically worse up until the point before they are corrupted, it definitely basically can be an issue. So having something like triple wound up is pretty hard to do also. So that sort of thing is the things that we have to consider while building this deck. Other than that, rest is straightforward. A lot of it is, we have got a lot of sorcery speed draw. So we are running 4 plan and 6 preordained ponder effects. And these are just, I decided originally in my initial draft I've had no real draw spells apart from like 1 or 2 think twice. And you basically are just relying on the top of your deck so often that as soon as you whiff into something that you don't need, not necessarily bad, but say you're not in a position for a cast down, you draw a cast down, or if you draw a land or whatever, you just kind of run out of gas. Where at least Preordain and Ponder give you that card selection. So, because a lot of these cards here do replace themselves. So, that's basically the idea. After the sorcery speed draw spells have gone, once you've initially given them a poison counter from Prologue to Phyresis, or the Infectious Inquiry, and at a push, Vraska's Fall also, you basically just start proliferating them with the Contentious Plant or the Augury, get them all at 10, and then win the game. It is quite surprisingly strong when it gets going. It's just making sure if you've played Blue-Black Teachings, it's just basically making sure your hand or your draws fall in favour of the way your opponent is playing the game. It's all well and good saying Hydroblast is really good for red, or Cast Down's really good for X, or Vraska's Fall's really good against Bogles, all sort of stuff. It's all well and good saying that, but if you can't land the Vraska's Fall before they put another creature down, etc., that's where the issue's coming with this deck. It is literally not the deck itself, because you have the tools to pretty much beat pretty much everything. It's just making sure that you can fight on the same axis that their draws are. And that is basically going to be the big problem with this deck, I feel. And it's the biggest problem that I've felt when I've ran this through a couple of leagues and tournament practice, etc. And that's pretty much it. The deck is straightforward. We have a couple of obviously non-infect cards. We have a counterspell, we have a spell pierce, we've got 2 fumes, because you can't leave your black home without your black deck without your suffocating fumes, because there is so many gobbles about, it is unbelievable. I've got a split of Anoint and Cast Down, basically just because before getting corrupted, it can be quite an issue, hitting Frogmites, hitting Mare Enforcers, Gurmag Anglers, yada yada, all that sort of stuff. But then obviously once you are corrupted, it is basically just better to have an Anoint because it does exile, which matters against Mirror Enforcer, matters against all that sort of stuff. Like, you just want to exile the threat completely. They can't Blood Fountain it back, can't crawl from the cellar back and go back and all that sort of stuff. So there is a reason to run Anoint with Affliction. So we'll kind of see how that goes there as well and keep an eye on that. Finally, moving on to the sideboard, it is a bit all over the place and very much a work in progress. We have 4 Hydro effects and 4 Golden Urns for the red matchup. Basically, I'm going to try and use this to obviously... It's a Poor Man's Weather the Storm. Use the Proliferation. We have 8 Proliferation effects. So we're going to use that to try and gain a lot more life than we normally would have and see how it goes. And obviously, if you get multiple down, you start gaining 2 life for Proliferate effect, which can matter in the long run. Along with the 4 Hydroblasts, we have 1 Fumes just to go up against, you know, Fear or Cold Author or whatever, more at -1/-1. The reason we are running Fumes as well is basically because there'll be some times where cards will be absolutely dead in a matchup where we just need to board a Cycler in, and also instant speed's really important, especially against Bogles and Fear. So that's why I decided to go over the Fumes over like a Nausea. And I don't think I can really justify an Arms. It's just too slow, and the -2/-2 isn't that worth it. It can come up against like Stompy or something, but these decks like Stompy Slivers, all that sort of stuff, aren't really that popular. So, also got access to 3 Innocent Blood. It's just more Edict effects. I didn't want to go up to the 4th Rascalfall because it's too expensive. But, basically, Innocent Blood's free. It is basically 1 black, your opponent sacrifices a creature, which obviously is better than Diabolic Edict and Chainers in that sense, just a mana cheaper. So that is the reason why we are trying that. And 3 Annuls for the Affinity matchup. Also pretty good against Bogles too, because we get rid of the pesky enchantments. So guys, that is it. I know I'm sorry for the long deck tech, but we had 21 cards to go over because the new set is out. And I'll see you guys for round 1. Hey guys, welcome back to round 1 here. We are on the draw. We have a double prologue and a preordain. I don't know if you ever played with like Gitaxian Probe back in the day, either in Pauper or whatever, and you always looked at your hand and it was like, I have like 3 Gitaxian Probes in my hand and it's like, this could be anything. Could even be more Gitaxian Probes. This is kind of what these hands are like you have lands and you have spells, gotta keep them. It can literally just be anything. So, this is what it is. Like the Peter Griffin moment, as we all know. It could be a boat! So, we're just gonna lead on. What are we gonna lead on? We just got Island Preordain. I like Island Preordain. So, we're most likely against Terror with the Aquifer. So, I kind of just want to top both of these, you know. So we're just going to play the Aqueduct here. No, we're not. We're not going to play the Aqueduct. We're going to play this. Because we don't want to discard. Maybe I should have just led on this. Brainstorm, sure. Should have led on this to then have 2 drop over on 2. So we can have Ending or Prologue available. Because we're probably a way off here from Inquiry here. Gonna Brainstorm, Upkeep, Thought Scour. One, two, three, four, five, six. He's playing foil. Hot damn. So, but we do have the Bog here, which is actually quite relevant. So I'm gonna Bog. Goodbye, sir. Whee! Nice hard work that you've put in. And then we're just gonna end the turn. Fairies in the hold up, bring the ending. So fairly straightforward here. We're also gonna Aqueduct probably the Bog, I would say as well. Look at all these tap lands. So if he wants to start Brainstormy, Thought Scouring or whatever, well, that's fine by me. 7, go to 8. So do I want to tap out for Infectious Inquiry? Probably not. So I'm probably just going to play Aqueduct here. Bounce the Bog. So we got 8 cards here. And then we're just going to discard the Fumes. It's not a card that we'll need, most likely, in this matchup. So, his turn. Is he going to play Archaeologist here? Nope. This is fine. He's just straight up not doing anything. So we're just going to Prologue again. I think I'm fine here playing Contentious Plan. Just proliferate him. Another Prologue. We'll play a Backwater here. We don't need to hold up that much mana. 2 is fine to hold up here. We're just hitting land drops. You know, hitting land drops, taking names, all that sort of stuff. That's the main thing that we have to do here. Dude, I still had 7 to go. Where are you going? I'm not finished. So, fairly easy. Round 1 here. Not round 1, game 1. So, we want Innocent Blood. We obviously don't want anything else, which is fine. We don't want Fumes here. We don't Fumes. We probably don't want 1 wound. Like, this is... I don't like wound here, like, at all. But you can also basically put a counter on it, kill it, and then they still get the poison counter. Or you can, by some miracle, obviously wound into just eventually killing something. So there is, I think there's obviously a lot more use than just randomly drawing a card from Fumes, I think. Could be wrong on that, by any stretch, that is for certain. But, we'll see how this goes. The bog there, the one-off bog, was just perfect. I could definitely see a second one, but we don't really want to run too many, because obviously they're coming tapped, and they're not really blue, which I think is the main colour for this. It's kind of like, I mean, this sort of deck, it's kind of like green in any ramp sort of deck. Like, you want to favour the green because the green gets you everything else, and it's pretty much the same here. Like, you want to make sure you've got your early blue sources here, because your blue cards will find you your black mana. So, that's the idea anyways. So, we'll see how this goes going into game 2. I do think it's probably less favoured for us here. I think this is probably fine. Interesting that he's running foil though. That's also something to note. We do have Vraska's Fall and Brainstorm turn 1. Hot damn. Did he keep 7? Only mull to 6. Okay. So, Ponder. What do we need here? So we're going to Prologue probably next turn. We actually just want land drops, I think. I don't think we want any. Well, we do want these, but I just think we want land drops. We don't want to, like, get stuck drawing these 2 for the next 2 turns. We could draw Augury and then look at drawing, like, Spell Pierce and then Augury. No. We're just going to any order shuffle. Much better. Much better. I'd rather got a blue source, but black's still fine. Got Violent Wound into Anoint, wanted like an Archaeologist or something. Infectious Inquiry is pretty nice too. Thought Scar. This is fine. This is kind of what I wanted to just make sure that initial poison count was on there. And maybe it was wrong, because we do tap out here. We don't have any interaction, but we can just go Vraska's Fall if he does go ham here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Right, okay. Innocent Blood again, very nice. Very, very nice. So, do we just play tap land here into Contentious Plan? I think we'll probably just play Contentious Plan here. Nice. User. Have a poison guard. He's nearly there. Obviously, this is nearly a counter spell, and this is nearly a 2 mana Exile Doomblade. Is it time? Whoa! What? Terror. 1, 2, 3. Okay. I mean, sure. I like this. Glad I kept the wound in. Unlucky. Goodbye, random 2-1. Have a poison card. Foil. Foil. What did he just got a Thought Scarlet and something else? So he gets a 1-1. Is what it is. Is what it is. Do we want to Innocent Blood this 1-1? There is an angle that we're going to draw another wound, but I can't really see it. It's got 1 card in hand. Yeah, I think we just Innocent Blood this. Then we can Inquiry here. It just freely opens up an Inquiry next turn, I think. It's paying 3 to Deep Analysis, sure. Brainstorm. Hopefully, we just want him a turn here to whiff, ideally. Or if he does, make it a Gurmag Angler, so we can draw an untapped land, Inquiry, and Anoint. The Gurmy. That's kind of where I would like to be. Foil and Spin is an interesting one, though. That's for sure. No, Terror. No. So now, if he has Gurmy here, we need an untapped land. Plus, untapped land. So I kind of want to do Infectious Inquiry, but then if we don't hit a land, we can't do this. So I guess I probably do Contention. Or do Plan. Probably 4. Might as well land cycle here. Get an island. And then we Anoint now. Goodbye. We do have a Vraska's Fallen for this. He's on 2 cards. Kind of hoping for him a whiff here. I guess we just start with this. It's probably going to get countered. He did Brainstorm after all. Yeah. Literally double counterspell. Okay. Sure. So we have 2 more copies of so 2 more copies of Anoint. No, we have 1 more copy of Anoint, 2 more Cast Downs. We have 2 more copies of Instant Blood, and we have 2 more copies of Vraska. Ah, God's sake, man. Just better lucky than good. Jesus Christ. He had 1 draw off a Mental Note and he hit a Gurmy. Like, are you joking me? 4, 5, 6. So we can't pro Infectious Inquiry here because we die. If we don't get Removal Spell. Oh my God, go away. Literally, absolutely out-skilled. He had two cards, obviously off a Brainstorm, and he hit 2 counterspells. Well done, sir. Your gaming chair is unbelievable. So, now with the foil that we might actually want the fumes here. With the foil and the spinner, that is. As opposed to a wound. Or both, maybe. So they both he takes both of them out. Like, takes the whole lot out, really. So, we'll see how this goes. This is a keep, I think. We can ponder here. Not really, we're a bit clunky land-wise, but other than that, we're pretty much set. We do need prologue here as well. These are all fine. No. would like a little bit more interaction. We've obviously only got the Innocent Blood, which is a bit mental. I can't believe he had double counterspell. I don't think it mattered the second counterspell, but it was more just like second counterspell into a mental note for a random card. Crazy times. So, do we just prologue now? I think so. Bring the Ending's pretty nice. Obviously we've got Augury here too. We've got Augury and Plan. Spellbomb is irrelevant. Spellbomb is completely and utterly irrelevant. So this allows us to have Bring and Augury up if I play the island. I'm down for that. Or do I just plan here? Yeah, I'll probably actually plan. Ash Barrens. Not a bad one actually, because it also lets us, if we don't want to end in, we can Augury or we can Ash Barrens. Sure. So, this is fine. Brainstorm, sure. 1, 2, 3, 4. Six cards, eh? 6 cards. One, 2, 3, 4. So basically going to cost 3 here. I'm probably going to Augury here. Gives us better selection. Activates the Vraska's Fallen is actually quite nice. Going to proliferate. Put him to 3. So the Bring the Endings active. Both Bring Endings are active. So I'm going to cycle here for a swamp and play this swamp. And basically pass the turn. And now I can hold up double 2-drop. Like double Bring. Constantly here. Okay. Yuki. Are you going to flash it back? Yeah, that's fine. These are all fine. We have obviously sacrifice effects, but I'm not too fussed. Brainstorm, sure. We've got double Bring, so we're kind of looking at countering the 5/5s here. 3 poison. We have 5 total poison. Mental Nurturer, which is Ethereum Spinner and Aquifer. Can't attack. Attack? No. No. So, do I want a Vraska's Fall? A zombie token. I kind of do, actually. Because I'm going to have to work through them anyways. And I might as well get him closer to death also. That's a nice draw too. Ready. So we don't want the island. We do want a Vraska's Fall. Let me just Aqueduct on the island that we used. So currently on 6. Or 6 Infect. Or Poison. Cast spell. It's fine. Cast spell. Get wrecked. Another terror. Just don't have a third. Thank you. Nice. So... we'll do this. This. So that's 2 down. And then continuous plan. Proliferate you at 6 to draw. Prologue's not that bad. I'm gonna aqueduct, bounce a swamp. So we have another edict. We've worked our way through the one rotted reunion, and here's probably a Gurmy. So we have innocent blood for this. So we might have a counter spell here. So for the island he knows about, and then we'll cast down this now. Counter spell, sure. Innocent blood. You can play around spell pierce here. Obviously you can play around foil. He pitched 2 islands. Okay. Can't do about that. Prologue. And no cards in hand. Get gone. Get out of here, boy! He's on 7. And we have a swamp in hand, which he knows about. You ready for the random card? Random card into random card is going to be Terra. Nope. Okay. There's a swamp here because the life gain weirdly kind of does matter. It's the difference between 4 hits. Deep analysis. Or spinner. Oh, monarch. Wow. What a weird list. It's pretty cool. Yes. Let's get flooded. He's on 2 cards here, not 3. Wait, how is he on 2? Oh yeah, he drew. He didn't play the 1 random card. Yeah. And we're basically just needing 3 more proliferate or poison effects here. Yeah. Draw a card. Yep. Look at all these cards that don't matter. Let's go. Oh my god, what are these draws compared to? I drew 2 lands and he draws Brainstorm, Spinner, Thorn, plus 2 more cards. Oh, Jesus Christ. Thoughts go yourself, sure. Two mana here. Sure. Oh, come on. Right, these are 2 cards in hand, so you can't have foil. So basically what I'm after here is just runner infect spells. Basically 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 8, 9. 9 lands here. We've got 11 left in our deck, so just whiff on them. Cast down. I mean, I guess we try and cast down this. Oh, come on. Come on. Come on, come on. Deep analysis. No. 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 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh, come on. Don't do it. Don't do it. 4 to 14. Joe. He doesn't want to flash back the deep analysis. Interesting. Are you taking the piss? So, should I pass the turn here? We have literally drew in 5 draws. We drew 3 lands and 2 irrelevant spells. Even though our deck is mostly cards that redraw. Oh, God. Come on. And now he's probably just got a full grip of counter spells here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay. How many left? How many have we got left here? Come on. Come on, come on, come on, come on, come on, come on. Let's go. Augury. No, go away. Go away. Ha. You milled your counter spell. Ha! We whiffed anyways, because look at our deck. Jesus Christ, come on. This is so frustrating. 1 prologue, 2 prologues. So we had 2 prologues. 1, 2 plans. 2 auguries. 1 ponder. 3 preordain. And we hit 2 lands and a bring. After hitting 3 lands. Well, 4 lands if you count the fact that, you know, we Ash Barons for a land. Oh, this is so frustrating. Right. We're dead. So I'll see you guys for 1, 2, 3, 4. Yes, we die there. We die there. Yep. I will see you guys for the next one. Hey guys, welcome back here for round 2 here. This hand's fine. Like, we could probably do better, to be honest. Double, like, Quench and then Contention's Plan is kind of meh, but it is okay. I do feel like this is a lot better. Probably gonna bottom the plan here. Even though we can't really cast a counter spell just yet. Bit awkward that this is a swamp as well. Slagwood Bridge. I mean, I have no idea what that is. What that means. That is. I'm not gonna lie, I'm tapping this for the reason, I don't actually know why I'm tapping it, to be honest, I'm not gonna lie. It was just instinct. Naya Wildfire. So I'm just gonna do this. Means I discard a card, but that's fine. It gets the ball rolling. I think it's time for counterspell to go. Oh dear. So I guess we're gonna augury here. Try and find a land. We found a land. Not ideal, but still okay. Backwater here. Gain that life back. And then pass the turn. Well, this is annoying. No way of obviously taking this. Fine. We can obviously Vraska's Fallen. So he's basically playing Naya Initiative. Most likely a Wildfire build based on the lands. So I guess we start with a ponder here. Try and find more lands here. Aqueduct. I think I'm fine. Oh god. Oh yeah. No. I always get confused with ponder. Grass is fallen. Might as well get rid of this now. About this. Here's another one. Oh, boredom party. Nice. You know, lightning bolt. Okay. Weird thing, we can wound this into proliferating. Weird thing that can happen, I guess. Wound, proliferate. So 1 mana up, so we can then preordain. Around 7 though. No the kill spell though, so I guess kinda not really got a choice. If we draw a basic, I know we played a land this turn. We don't really want any of these, so I guess we take the prologue. Anoint's kind of okay. So 5, 6, 6 infect, 7, 8, 9 infect. I guess we take the anoint. Just another removal spell's probably the best. This and this. So we're kind of looking at dodging. We don't want fumes. We don't really want wound either. Take a random card. So anoints obviously. So we're basically just looking at dodging something here for just a little while longer. Trap, we're on 2. No boredom party, please. Go. So we want these and these, and we don't want fumes. We don't want wound. We don't really want spell pierce either. That's probably fine. Probably don't want the blue mana blast. Probably don't want all of these. Like, it's only good against boredom pie, so I'm kind of happy with rolling like that. And let's go from there. This hand's pretty solid. So I'm just gonna Island Preordain, Backwater Preordain. Fairly standard. Hydroblast is fine, land is fine. So I guess we top. Also double preordain. I don't think we need to go that far, but I do actually think, yeah, I want to preordain and play the island, weirdly enough. Again, top. And the reason I want to play the island here is because of Hydroblast. In case he plays basic Wildfire. It's kind of what I'm looking at playing around here. Like we wrote it up. Like we wrote it up. Get wrecked, boy. Get wrecked. Easy. Preordain here into Aqua Fire. Top and top. We've now got the ball rolling. So we can look at 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Land 6. Okay, so I'm gonna do this. Go to 7, 8 cards. Play Backwater here. Jewel Thief. Okay. This is fine. This is fine. 1, 2, 3, 4. I'm just going to play backwater here. We can anoint that. We can prologue as well. Most likely he's not running Pyroblast, he's running Bond Party. But we will look at anointing this. Goodbye, sir. Goodbye. I guess we probably augury as opposed to prologue. I guess we inquiry here. We have another land, so it doesn't really matter too much. Puts that up to 2. Land. I guess we pray him. Top. So we have removal for days. We've nearly got bring the ending active. Galv blast me. Okay. I see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So 3 cards in hand. So prologue here. Augury. I guess we get a counter spell here. Proliferate. Land cycle. Again, island. Draw. Inquiry. We're not 14, but that's fine. We got a lot of counters. 7. Yeah, and I think we just hold up kill spell plus counter spell and obviously prologue if we do nothing. It's perfectly fine. Nice. Inker is fine. We're on 7, 8, 9. Proliferate, you're on 8. Hydro's a nice one too. We literally need 1 more. We have removal coming out of our ears. Oh, where you going? I wasn't finished having fun. Actually, you weren't dead for quite a while, to be honest, by the looks of this. There we are. Here. So, well, here, I guess. So 1, 2, 3, 4 draws away. But if it wasn't for burn, I guess we probably... I can see putting this in. Also. I don't think we want the spell pierce, I don't think. Let me just cut Ponder. Let's try that. So we do keep this hand. Just bomb the Ash Barrens. I don't really care too much. So just going to, again, lead on Island, I think. I'm in no real rush. I just want to stop the initial Duda. You got nothing, eh? Got nothing left. Easy. So we've got a good old quench here for the Jewel Thief. You're gonna bolt my face. Sure thing. Instead, prologue, get the ball rolling. Are you seriously gonna... Galv blasted me area. Oh yeah, it does run Pyro. Interesting. That's slightly annoying with it being the prologue that actually got hit as well. Damn. Just means that, like, say if we draw an augury or if we draw a plan or whatever, you just a little bit more, like, further away. We need, like, an inquiry or something here. 2, 3, 4. No. I'm surprised they run Pyroblast though with Borden Pie. This is exactly how we were worried about writing it up. Now the augury is basically just a really bad impulse. And he's now stuck on his looking for his 5th land. Hopefully he finds it and we can end. Another augury. I don't really want to miss land drops. I'm gonna augury, even though it is a waste. Well, I'm definitely not missing land drops now. It's an island. Put those to the bottom. Obviously nothing to proliferate. I won't, like, say if nothing happens here, I won't use the augury end of turn. Because I still would like to have some out to infecting them. Oh my god, go away. I'm not going to use these again, I can give it a couple of turns. Relic. Everyone assumes like your blue-black, oh, must be teachings, must be some form of graveyard interaction going on. Yeah, sure. So, it's fine. He's found his 5th land. He found it. It's actually quite relevant. Nice. So, end of turn, basically, I think what's going to happen is he's going to tap out for an initiative guy. We're going to counter this, and then we're going to Vraska's Fall. Goodbye. I know this may seem weird, but we are going to Vraska's Fall him, gets a poison counter, and then it means we can augury here. Innocent Blood or Prologue. Ancient Prologue here. Put 2. So we have a kill spell here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. The problem is the 5th gets him the 6th as well, like mana wise. So like if he resolves another initiative guy here, it gets him to Borden Pie. Just even further. Oh god. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Nothing really we can do here. So I will wait as well on a kill spell. I'll most likely just prologue here. Get a basic. Get a basic mountain, I'm assuming. Or a forest, I guess. Yeah, that makes sense. Most likely gonna bolt me into turn or something. Or hold the Pyroblast. Oh, that's nice. It's a clean answer for that as well. Anoint, Preordain, Prologue. 3 removal spells I think is probably fine for the time being, so we will... What is your Anoint, Preordain, Prologue, and don't shuffle. So then we can Prologue here if we need to end a turn. Kill that, which is fine. It's obviously gone. Bolt was end a turn. Nope. So hopefully he lost Wells here, digging for something. Like he might forge and get no targets. He does. Interesting. His hand must be stacked. If that's the case. Relic. Well, Relic's fine. We don't really care about Relic. Yep. Goodbye. So then I'm going to prologue end of turn here. Goes to 4 infect. We get the preordain that we knew about. We get the anoint that we knew about. And then we can preordain. Ending's pretty good. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So I guess we top. We can go from there. So he traps us, puts us to 15, which is fine. And we'll currently have him on 5 infect basically, with the all green hand. He's got 4 in hand too. Okay. Another Borden Pie here. Yes. Galvanic Blast. Okay. It's fine. So there's a preordain on top. Do I want the preordain? Probably. I just want more card selection, I think. I think that's probably best. Oh my god, dude, what are you thinking about? Yeah. Fine. So preordain here. We want both of these as well. I guess we top. Hydroblast more in case he just has another Borden Pie, which from my experience they always do. Gets the archive here. Another initiative guy lets him put in the throne room, but as I say, they always have another Borden Pie. Spider. Goodbye. Augury here. I really want both of these. I guess we just pick the Augury. Then I'll Augury again. Infectious Inquiry. That's kind of what I want. You're on 6. I guess we play Backwater here. So then we'll either look at taking 10 or we'll look at exiling that. Depends on basically what happens here. What's he flipping? What's he flipping? Jewel Thief, Commodore, or Spider. So I'm assuming Commodore's coming down. Assuming he doesn't need the mana. Yep. The Monarch is here. So I'll look at anointing this, depending, obviously, assuming he doesn't have the 4th Borden Pie. Goodbye. He's got 5 cards in under, we just dead. No, okay. He's gonna play. Is this a Wildfire? Yep, that's fine. We're literally just hoping to just chain effects here. Like proliferate effects. I think we've seen a lot of augurs though. We've seen it's not fine, but it's okay. So 1, 2, 3 auguries. 4 auguries. Innocent blood. So I guess we start with plan here. Do we proliferate this for the lols? Make it bigger. So you're at 8. So top, and then we got innocent blood. You get through this. And then we have Vraska's Fall here. To make him. Oh, don't Galv Blast. Let's go there. Sure. You got it. It's a basic. How much burn have you got? Come on. Right, okay. I just hope it just doesn't have a 4th Borden Pie or like a pulse into Borden Pie. So I think that's pretty much what we lose to. Sack a guy. Sack a guy. Thank you. He's on 9. Just don't have another burn, but like, just that's fine. That is okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. You can even have another initiative creature for all I care. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, yeah. Because we lose 5, got 2. Oh no, we don't. That's a draw. He can't have. Oh, he lost well. Right, okay, that's fine. Is it fine actually? He could be looking for another burn spell. Bottomed. Oh no. 1, 2. Oh, is he wildfiring? Okay. He's blowing up my land. I want to use the ability. You may search your library. No. I'm good, mate. Blow my land if you want. Okay. Okay. What we got? Golf Blast, sure. You draw a bolt. Whew. And play his land out. Let's go! Oos! See you guys for round 3. Hey guys, welcome back to round 3 here. We are on the play of the Awkward Swamp Aqueduct hand, but I think it's okay. I think we're fine to keep this. On the play, I think it's okay. Like turn 1, obviously just Swamp and then turn 2 Aqueduct. Don't get to play anything, but from turn 3 we have Vraska's Fall, which is pretty nice to enable the poison. If the red, obviously we've got this, we can easily just pitch it in a pinch, if so, because we could like turn 4 potentially look at Preordain and cycle the fumes. So pretty nice overall. Our opponent has mulligan to 6 cards. 6 whole cards. Easy yield. Iland. Padain. Island into Prayer. So it could be mono blue fair, could be a mirror match. Who knows? 1 top, 1 bottom. Island's a nice draw. I just want to get the Aqueduct down here, but it means we can follow it up with an island, which is pretty nice. And then we can like Preordain, hold up Endon or something, or hold up Cycling of Fumes, depending on what he is. Could be fair. So He's not fair, he's terror. Well, I guess it could be blue-black fair, I guess. I guess it's not out the question. Easy preordain. I don't want to hold up bring and like spell pierce yet. I don't really know what I'm against, so I just kind of just want to preordain, try and find some more land drops, try and find some redraws, you know, some prologues, some auguries, all that sort of stuff. The usual. Infectious Inquiry. I don't know. I can't justify keeping a second Fumes. I don't even know what he's on for the first one. But Inquiry's fine. Inquiry is perfectly reasonable. Terror. Makes the most sense. Deep Anal and Chainers. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Mental note. I'm guessing here. Thought Scour into land. Flashback Deep Analysis. I kind of want to spell pierce this. You can't terror. You can counter it back. That's fine. 1, 2, 3, 4. I need to draw some cards. Back to 7 though. Which is okay. Six goes to 8. So we can, if we play Aqueduct here, we can discard. Or do we just hold up, cast down, bring the ending? Let's start the ball rolling with Inquiry. Maybe I should have played the Swamp, but I think I'm going to just play the Aqueduct. Or if we draw like a backwater here, Counterspell. I actually kind of want to play the... So 1, 2... Yeah, I kind of want to play the Island next turn. I guess if I just play the Island here. Yeah, if I play the Island, I just get to untap. Like, I don't get discard, I can just play the Swamp next turn and then play the Aqueduct on the Swamp. So, but this time it means we have Counterspell and Bring the Ending. 2, which is pretty nice. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Terror time? Terror! 1, 2... No brains. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So now we can Terror. You just have to tap out for the Terror though. So it's not often. So if I play Swamp, if I play Swamp here, I can, when he Terrors here, I can Vraska's Fall it and hold the Counterspell. Vraska's Fall. Goodbye, sir. Goodbye. And then we can hold up Counterspell or bring in, depending on obviously what he does. Perdane. Sure. Peasnizzle. Into Terror number 2. Okay. Oh, why didn't I corner? I have no idea why I didn't corner. Oops. Whoopsie. Gangle, gangle. Nope. Sure. I don't know why I didn't even attempt to counter this, but it's fine. This is fine. 1, 2, 3, 4. Gangle. Is it Gurmy time? It's really annoying now though because we need a land here to hold up counters, but I can untap land. Nice. Nice! This rectifies my mistake, I guess. Nice. So we can still hold up counters built. All is not lost. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So he does have a Gurmy, so I'm assuming this is coming down at some point. Paying costs, paying costs, paying costs. You counting it yourself, sir? Yes. Sure thing. Give me draw spells. These aren't draw spells. I'm going to play the backwater here so I can bounce the backwater. Gain that little bit of life. I could potentially turn this into like a less problematic clock, sure. With the wound and potentially looking at something else like a augury or a plan. Mill 2, sure. Fangs counterspell. Okay. So we take 5 here. Because I'd like to, if it arises, I'd like to wound this and then kill it. I feel like I'm going to draw an 9 here. It's pretty annoying. You can also use like wound to not wound, fangs to like counter the wound too. But yeah, just getting a bit flooded here. It's quite annoying. Terror. I need to make him pay for it at least. This is so annoying. So 17 cards deep and we've found 2 infect effects. Or poison effects I should say. I just feel like Terror's not a good matchup. Not a good matchup for us at all. Like I feel like it can be potentially, but you know, it just doesn't seem the greatest. Wound. I think everything else seems fine. Wound goes, blood stays. I think the fume stays as well. The cycle at least. Or do we go 1-1 split maybe? Interesting nonetheless. Hey guys, welcome back. Our opponent finally decided to sideboard. He took him a while. This is fairly solid. We've got the Infectious Inquiry here for turn 3, so I don't really think it matters too much. Yeah. Not gonna obviously Innocent Blood anytime soon. Kinda just gonna hope to. I'm gonna play the island in case we draw like a Preordained Ponder. It was the reason why. But it probably won't end up mattering too much. Hopefully. Well, not hopefully. Well, what can we say? What can we do, eh? So, I don't think I need the Ash Barons. Ponder's probably worth keeping because it's, well, Ponder. Boing. Nice. Nice that it at least pays off, I guess. Make smart decisions and it pays off, I guess. Play the island again. We'll just play a pond. I don't want to increase just yet. All of these seem fine. Don't want to shuffle. Then we can bring the end in if we need to, or just end a turn prologue. All perfectly fine. That's all. Land. No, Terra. Terra Predator is fine. Fine for us to hit. 2 mana? No, 2 mana. Archaeologist? Augur? No. The reason I'm countering this, by the way, is because it's a thing that stops the innocent blood. So, like, if he's to Terra now, then he can't innocent blood. Like, I can't innocent blood. Especially when I've only got 1. Roll up. Give me that poison counter. There's spell pieces. Are we seriously spell piecing this? We are. I'm gonna pay for it. Like, I don't really care about the other prologue, so if you want to counter this, that's fine. It's basically 2 counter spells on 1 prologue, sure. Okay. Thanks for my actual card advantage spell. 1, 2, 3. Okay. So 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay. So we don't have a counter spell. We do have innocent blood, obviously. Oh, God, go away, man. Go away. So we might have to look at augury here. Try and find something relevant. So like double innocent blood or what have you. So I'm assuming the turn is coming soon. Or a Gurmy. Gurmy. Sure. Yeah. I kind of want the augury to get countered. But I guess if it does, we're free to do kind of whatever we want. So, augury into. We don't want another land. I don't really want fumes either. Preordain. Don't want to keep the bog just in case. I just want to try and find an answer for this. I don't want to bomb this. Bring the ending. So it is a hard counter spell, so I guess it's not the end of the world. Innocent blood obviously gets rid of the augur. And then we basically look at passing. And we do take 5 here, which obviously we don't like. But what can you do? Hopefully all he's got going on is basically riding this Gurmy to victory, but 3, 4. Kind of is probably worth countering if he's forced himself to deep analysis here. Just getting spell pierced, sure. So you can't flash it back. He most likely doesn't have a counter spell now. So we get hit for 5, sure. We do need a kill spell here for this Gurmy. Don't have a dispel. Nice. A prologue here. Ash Barrens. Actually not the end of the world. As it gets to... As we get a shuffle back in, like shuffle back in the Bajuka Bog from the bottom of the deck, which could be handy. Flashback the deep analysis, as we hard casting another. Interesting how we decided to do that over the previous one, the bin, but 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. It's going on 4 infect. Let's cycle the fumes here. Augury. Okay. So we have 2 redraws, also 2 poison counters, so he's on 6. Yeah. He's obviously maybe tanking on, do I want to do this or something in my instead now he's tapped out, potentially. Who knows? Okay. So play the island, and then we'll just pass, I think. It's probably best is on 4 cards. And we can look at prologuing or what have you. No, it's fine. Yep. Again, fine. Got 3 black sauces. That's probably enough. I'd say maybe. I think I might. I've got enough blue sauces, so I might as well get another deep analysis. Sure. Interesting that he decided to do all like the way he's done the deep analysis is, but because it's clear that life doesn't actually matter. So, just interesting. Brainstorm, mental note, what a combo. Snuff out, sure. And then on 4 mana. Obviously compare. 1 for terrors here. 1, 2, 3, 4. Ending here. Augury in response. Inquiry, cast down. So he's on 5. I guess we take the cast down here. Proliferate to 5 here. This resolves all the counter shenanigans. Hopefully there's never another one, which is the that the 3rd terror. Yeah, this will be the 3rd terror if he has another one. Gurmy. Yep. Can't do not that. Prologue here, get another card. Let's get flooded again. Woo! Yay! Flood! Let's go! I'm gonna cast down this now. Like, I've got nothing else to spend my mana on. Like, I may as well kill the terror. Makes it easier later on to kill the Gurmy. I like it how Augury is, let's pick 3 cards, really good. Most of the time it's pick really three really good cards, and then you pick one of them, and then you draw crap for the rest of the game. Oh dear. Brandstorm. Like, I would have loved to ponder in the Infectious Inquiry here. Cycle through my deck. Cycle, Terror. Preordain. Top, bottom into Terror. I'm ready. My mind, body, and soul. Oh, he top bottomed. He played an island. Here's a Terror. So we're on 10. We're on 9, sorry. And we have 2 lands in hand against a Terror and a Gurmy. The redraw. The redraws. The redraws. So 1, 2, 2. So we augury here. Gives me a relook on a card. Oh dear, oh dear, oh dear, oh dear, oh dear. So we pick a preordain. Any order. Proliferate you to 9. Preordain. Spell Pierce, Innocent Blood. So we don't want the Spell Pierce. Do we want the Innocent Blood or do we want a random? Because we can't. We've played a land this turn, right? Yeah, we've played a swamp. So we can't play land, play Innocent Blood and anoint. So we have to anoint, hope it resolves. And then we have a turn anyways. This is a 4th terror, right? 1, 2. One, 2. Is it 4th terror, surely? So I don't know. 1, 2, 3, 4. I'm really struggling what to do with this. I don't know if it's a random card or just trying to exit. Talk about this like the anoint's gonna resolve anyways. I actually top it just in case, but let's do this now. All that consideration for that to be counted. Cool. GG. See you guys for the next round. Hey guys, welcome back here to round 4. We're on the draw. I think this is a key. We don't have any black, but again, I think it's hard. It's not hard. It's like it's fine hand. We've got ponder. We're against blue-green. Blue-green Seagate. Could be infect. Could be infect. So I want a black sauce. None of these are cutting it. I kind of do want this though. No, did I say that? No, I can't. I can't. Oh, yes, let's go. Nice. So, basically gonna... If he plays nothing here, he's gonna play... No, he's playing nothing. Okay, that's good. Green, yeah. So we're gonna hold up counterspell here, but also augury. And augury's gonna hopefully find us a land here. Augury. Are we countering this? I will draw a card. I'll draw 2 cards even. Let's go. Thank you for the black sauces. Arcane Denial. Interesting. Interesting. So, what's the plan? So we're on 9 already, 8. I feel like we're just gonna inquiry here and accept that we're gonna discard some cards. Discarding. Do we need another inquiry? 4, so probably preordained inquiry. No, contentious plan's probably the worst thing there. Inquiry at least gives us card advantage. I don't know know he's on. He's on like bug control here. Green, blue, black, blue. Thriven Isle and Seagate though. Interesting. I guess I'm just playing this out here because then I can hold Counterspell and Augury. So. Moment's Peace, okay. Got this. I only give him 3 cards. It's like bug turbo fog here. So do we just take Inquiry? No, 3 Inquiries is probably a lot. So we got Prologue, Any Order, Proliferate. And then we can play Tap Land, hold up Prologue, Cast Down, which I don't think will matter, but hold up Prologue maybe. Depends on what he does. Pieces, sure. So he's taking AK and Breath Weapon. Got it. So we're gonna Inquiry here. 16. I guess we'll play this to then Prologue. So he's on 3, so we have a hard counterspell now. The Virulent Wound isn't doing anything. So that's fair. Draw a card, you up, landing. You do your thing, sir. Turbo Fog. Nice fogs, bro. Nice fogs. Accumulated knowledge. Sure. Yes, sir. I'm gonna do this now so I can have 6. Bring the endings nice. Six, 7. I think I'm fine just doing this and then discarding. I guess we discard a Cast Down over a Wound because I think it matters, and there is, I guess, a small chance I can. I guess I should have put the Anoint. Oh, that's a number that I didn't think of. Obviously, if I end up going Virulent Wound Anoint, it doesn't do anything. She didn't die. Sure. Stream of Thought Mace. So he's on 5, 6, 7. I guess. A lot of them are on the bottom, so sure. He needs to do some shuffling. Currently have 8 poison in the sense that these are just 3 mana gain a poison counter. Nice. I guess we Prologue. I was trying to find a land, to be fair. But, oh well. No point in holding on to these kill spells, I don't think. Sure. Would like a land drop here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Just like to hit land drops. That's probably the best thing. Sure. Prologue. Also have a counter spell for his counter, I guess. Cast down. Okay. Contentious plan. 3. Might as well bottom this and top this. You're at 8. Yeah. And then we discard the other kill spell. End of turn, Vraska's fallen. So I think he's most likely dead if he can't kill us this turn. Yeah, well, sure thing. Sure. I can't deny that. I kind of just want him to. And it's just gone. Yeah. Most likely doesn't have another counter spell then. He's on 8, and we have 4. 1, 2, 3. We can do 2 of these. He said he thinks he's dead, and I says, why, you're on 38. So, there's an argument that they do bring in terrors, but nothing else to board in. Take out 3 wounds. Well, wounds almost always dead. So I guess we bring in 3 innocent bloods. I know it sounds weird, but violent wounds always dead. Cast downs always dead if he has no creatures. But and then if he is, the only thing he would bring in is terror. And then Innocent Blood is better than Cast Down for Terror. That's if he plays in. So, excuse me. I don't know what this matchup feels like. I imagine it's... I don't actually know. I'm not gonna lie, I have no idea. I could see it being either way. This hand is poor. So we have Counterspell, we have Bring the Ending. We've got 2 dead cards and we've got a redraw. We want yeah. This is fine again. Similar kind of thing. We just got 2 redraws. Black. I'm not going to use the contenders, the plans here. Gonna get a island. Prologue me, bro. Prologue me, bro. Please. So fairly straightforward stuff here. Play the top land while we can. We don't need to play anything right now, so let him do his thing. We do, however, really need a Inquiry or a Vraska's Fall or a Prologue. I guess we play Island Preordain, and the reason is in case we get a Prologue. Oh my god. We'd never think I'm on a top or a top pass. Do I top pass or do I top? Yeah, no, I top pass. Just redraws because Augury is really good at like obviously card selection for us compared to like Plan where it's just a redraw. It's just a bad frantic inventory in that sense. So we're done here. We're not going to do anything interesting. But the reason is I want the Augury because it is good once you've got that poison counter on. And we're not in a massive rush. So I'm just going to ponder here. Easy shuffle. Again. Ponder. I'm a digging. Any order. Shuffle. Okay. So we've got end of turn. I'm not going to waste an Augury, I don't think. Because obviously if we find a Prologue or a Inquiry or a Wrathfall or whatever, we go from 1 to 4 poison unless I start throwing these away. I can give it maybe a couple of turns before I Augury. Doesn't matter. Island. We have another black source too, so I don't really need it. A third. Prologue. Inquiry. Vraska's Fall. All of the above. Black, blue, and blue, green. Yep. Play the London Pass. So we have Augury up, we have Ending. We are, however, giving our opponent time, which is kind of what he wants as a Turbo Fog player, so... And for his Frantic Inventory deck. So we definitely, like, want to be careful. Black, green. Fairy Macabre. Okay. He's riding it to victory. Sure. I'm not going to bring the end in that. What? I kind of want to take the 2 cards here. Yeah, I do. I want to take the 2 cards. I can't not take the 2 cards, I don't think. We have more removals in our deck anyways. Yes! Yes! Let's go! However, the Bring the Ending is not that relevant though. But he's got so much mana that he could easily counter this. Gets it for 2. Another Macabre. Sure. This actually makes it a lot better though. Because if he counters this, I'm most likely he can't pay for the Bring the Ending. Maybe should have Augured there, but I don't think it's too much to worry about. Got a bunch of contention plans. Augury. I'm going to play the Aqueduct here, bouncing the island. I'm going to discard an island as well. Yeah, I'll discard an island. And then we've got Augury end of turn. We've got an ending if we need to. Pieces, sure. Moment's piece, moment's piece. Stream of thoughts. I'm assuming you're saying stream of thought on a moment's piece. It hits for 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So I'm currently 7 infect. 7 poison, sorry. We are getting hit for 4 though. Which is fine. Again, we're not in a particular rush. I'm fine tapping out for one of these, I think. If he wants to counter it, he can counter it. So it's so much hit, like so much infect stuff in our deck, so yeah, it's fine. Any order, proliferate you. Plan. Proliferate you, draw a card. Preordain. Bottom, top. 2, 3. I guess we just bog him. Stops Frantic Inventory being as good as well. Get through that moment's piece too, so he can't, you know, prevent all combat damage from our poison counters. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. We are 1 away. He's just obviously trying to find time to cast all these. It's fine. It's 4. Nice game plan. I like it. I love the macabre beatdown. Rah. Stream of thought. Stream of thought, me and him. I'm gonna bring the end in, kind of test the water here for a counter spell. He might not really care, but prologue 6. He has got a counter, so we're now 2 off if he counters this. That's gone. Okay. Infectious Inquiry. Kind of got to dig for a counter spell here. Get that. Might messed up by not playing a land first. Do you have a counter spell? You do. Okay. So 8. And then we have 9 and 10. 29. He doesn't have the mana to basically cycle these, so I'm happily going to use this ability to draw 4. Use Arcane Denial, yes. Draw 4. Easiest draw 4 in my life. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. It's fine, we get hit to 8. The aggro game plan. Let it unfold. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 2. So we have so we have 1 counter spell backup into 1 inquiry into, so we can play 2 inquiries, prologue, and 1 bring the ending. Effectively. So it's pretty nice. Sure, let the milling commence. Oh. This is fine. Again, him tapping low is quite good for us. Means he's got less interaction. Stream of thought me, sure. So I'm going to use this as a land drop. Infectious Inquiry. Infectious Inquiry. GG. Or not. You just have double bring the ending, so. Opponent said GG. Nice. Nice, guys, and I'll see you guys for round 4. Hey guys, welcome back to the 5th and final round, and this is a solid keep. We get to go Preordain into Aqueduct, which is pretty nice. Oh yeah, pretty good, yeah. Easy. Opponent's on a Malta 6, okay. Evolve on Wilds. Leading on Evolve on Wild, eh? We have the Bog, just in case. Preordain. A little land's not the worst. A 9 might be good. So, I feel like I'm fine just tapping both of these. I have no issue with that, I don't think. We can then just play the island as well, because we go to 8. Swamp. Evolve on Wilds for a swamp. I have absolutely no idea what he's on. He could be on. Whoa. Whoa. Hold on a minute. Okay. I guess I just play land pass and then I look at prologue. I maybe need to get the black sauce down a bit sooner, but might just have him like do some discard shenanigans, but sure. He's stuck on one land, whatever it is. Whatever deck he's on. Backwater's quite nice too. Just gonna contentious plan here. No reason not to. Backwater. This is quite nice because we can either Inquiry or we can just Anoint and then Bog. Basically, in case. So we could look at going Anoint here or maybe even Vraska's Fall, I guess. Yeah, that's fine. So we can look at basically killing this. Dredge, I'm assuming. Wild Mongrel. Wild Mongrel, Commune. Who are Mandrels? Okay, so it's like a Turbo Delve. That's fine. Okay. Gets it for 1, sure. So we need to look at killing this or getting another poison counter pretty quickly to exile it. Oh god. Hopefully he discards. This means he discards the Stinkweed Image Dredge. It's kind of what I'm looking at doing here. Yeah. Anything else? Go on, pitch some more stuff. Go on. Yes. Go on. Keep it going. Do it again. Oh. Loser. Get wrecked. I'm gonna do this now. Get a black sauce. And then hopefully can't commit anything here, so we can look at Gurmag angle. Vraska's fallen the Gurmag. Yeah. Please don't play anything else. Nice. Augur is a nice one too. Vraska's fall the Gurmag. Hello. Goodbye. So we're on 14 and he's on 3, so we have the everything's corrupted now. So bring the endings are now counter spells. The other anoint is just a better cast down. We get to go augury. We have draw, so I guess we just take the counter spell. Inquiry. Then I guess we aqueduct back the bog here. So we've now got a counter spell. We have a prologue if he does nothing, a cast down if he obviously does something. And he's on 5, and we have basically 7 total. So we're still missing 3. He's just doing nothing here. Obviously green screwed, which is fine. Backwater sugar. Hand is stacked. So we're going to discard the swamp that he knows about, I guess. We have a lot of black sauces now. Maybe should have played a basic instead of a backwater, and then we could hold a double counter spell, but I don't think it's going to matter too much. It's on 7 poison. Keep on going. We're on 9. He's on 8 poison. So we'll need 2 more. We could literally kill him here if we draw double. Double 2 mana. So I'm just gonna play. I guess I just play the island here. I don't think the spell piece is gonna do much. So I'll just get rid of that. So he knows about the bog, and that's pretty much it. Our hand is stacked full of interaction. Preordain. Zuz. Would have been close to kill him. We could preordain in a contentious plan. In a proliferate, in a preordain. In a probably you might as well at that point keep those. So he's basically like a turbo delve kind of deck. So Innocent Blood's fine here. Spell Pierce is bad. Fumes is probably medium. I'll just get rid of both Fumes. Yeah, probably. I don't mind that. Just adding 3 extra removal spells. Like the wound's probably like okay, but oh god. So it's pretty interesting. See how it goes. So on the draw, this is really slow. Our interaction is 3 counter spells with Backwater Aqueduct. I don't know if we can keep this. Our opponent begins with 7 as well. Yeah, I don't think we can keep this. It's a fine hand, but it's just slow. I think that's pretty much a problem. And this is fine to keep. Probably send back an island, right? I think that's probably fine. So then we can look at Violent Wounding if he plays Putrid Dimp here. Or I guess we could also look at Augur. Yeah, I think we'd probably just play... Yeah, we'd probably just play Swamp here. and then pass. Because then if he gets Swamp, if he gets Swamp here, goes Putrid Imp, we can kill it, end of turn, get a poison counter. He doesn't, he gets, alright, okay. Okay. He's gonna Mongrel. Mongrel. No, he's not Mongrelling. Okay. Island pass the turn. We can look at Counterspelling, or if it's... we can also just look at... How's it going? Unearth. Cycle. Okay. Sure. A 3/3. A 2-mana Bolt. Fair enough. No. 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 So, my only thing is I need a land. I need lands. So I'd like to naturally draw a land here. Ponder, give me lands. Oh. 4 mana, 4, 5, 6, 7. So you can cast like a Wild Mongrel or a... Okay, it's hard casting that dude. Okay. That's fine. 3/3. Land. Oh my god. I'm gonna prologue here trying to find a land. Oh my god, please give me lands, man. Honestly. I know I bottom 1, but bloody no. So you can go ham here, which is pretty annoying. It's about a land or a creature, right? Chooses this. Just gonna play another one. This is fine. Like, once we... It's not fine, I guess. It's like, okay. Gurmy. Oh god, that's not good. That is not good at all. So, this... Problem is with Unearth as well. It obviously gets to come back. Yeah, we've literally lost this because we're struggling for lands. We've already, and I can guarantee we've already lost this. So, Preordain, I guess. Again, trying to find lands. Bottom. Like, what is going on? So, Ponder shuffled, that's bottomed. We bottomed 1 land, which is already being shuffled back in. Like, this is ridiculous. So we can lose the... Yeah, so we do this, right? He doesn't get a poison counter, but it basically starts proliferating. We take less damage here, so we take 7, got 10, and then... I don't know. He's also got another... Dragger in the bin, so it's 4, 7, 13 technically. I can't believe we're literally losing this because we're stuck on 2 lands. Like, we had a Ponder and a lot of interaction. I thought we would have been able to get out of this like land screw. This is mental. Right, Mongrel, sure. So this dies. Yeah, just dead here. Even if we draw a land. Yeah. Wow. Like, wow. I'm not even joking you though, this matchup should be free as well. That's... Yeah, keep this. It's fine. We have a prologue, we have a plan, we have this as well. But yeah, this matchup should be totally free. Because the game plan is basically do a little thing, make a big guy, and we just have answers for those big guys. So it should be relatively free. So So I'm going to do this, so I'll keep the ending. Maybe should have actually put it second. Yeah, I should have put it second actually, because you could duress here. Duress take the ending would be brutal. And I guess duress take this would be. Yeah. Punished. I've seen the duress as well. Oh, I'm so tilted. Bye, ending. Yeah, I should have went to the second. Should have went second. Oh. Yep. Absolute punished as well. As soon as I did it, I knew I'd done it the wrong way around. And it's a land on top, right? So I guess we pass, and we're probably just gonna no, we're probably just gonna Ash Barrens twice. We don't want the land. We've already got 4. No, no, actually, I think, yeah, I'm going to basic land cycle. Otherwise, do nothing. Then I'll just Infectious Inquiry. And Swamp. I guess there is an argument that we might. I should probably just want another island. Drew another land, anyways. An Inquiry, you can play a card here. I don't really. Probably not going to be that impactful, hopefully. Nice. And then we can now preordain Vraska's Fall. And we're now just digging for action. Removal or. It is Forest. He could play Wild Mongrel and a dude. Nope. Jungle Hollow. You got it. Preordain. Top. You don't play land and pass. I can bring the end in something. I can Vraska's Fall. If he really does nothing and just plays a land and passes, I can prologue too. That's fine. I don't particularly care about that. Oh, duress. Sure. I don't think I care. Prologue's fine if he wants to take that. We can Vraska's Fall still. We can take the kill spell, or because the other kill spell's on top too. He took the Vraska's Fall, which makes sense. Because he thinks it's the only kill spell. But little does he know, I won't make the same mistake twice. Well, I do on many occasions, but that's besides the point. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. You can also. What's he taking here? Sure. Bring the ending probably. Oh, you realise he's a top, right? I think that's the thing. So he's literally duressed and then done nothing. So he had no follow-up. Seems odd. Seems odd. Top. Maybe that was a misplay. Maybe I was supposed to just play a contentious plan there instead of preordaining. Because now the bring the ending's not active. Again, I think it should be fine though. Should be okay. We can bring the end in here, make him tap out for something, potentially. Or tap really low, and then look at virulent wounding and proliferating. Gurmag. Yep. This is fine. Fine. We get to contentious plan and then anoint this. I guess I cast down it because I don't think it's coming back, but we could anoint a Dragger. What's it called? Dragger. We could anoint a Dragger to exile it so it doesn't come back with Unearth. Is something that's not irrelevant, I guess. He's going to 3 poison. We could potentially make 4 depending on what he has. Like if it's the putrid imp, it's 1, 2, 3. A 3/3 bird. Okay. That dies to anoint. Which is fine. Would like some more like redraws. We want inquiry really. That's what contentious plan. There's no point in trying to hold it, I don't think, for something with the wound. Oh my god. If I knew that, I would have killed it with the wound. Augury. I don't like it. Augury's a good one. I don't know if I really care about taking 3 here either. 6, potentially 7. I think I'll take 3 here. Like I don't care about anointing it just yet. Like if he plays another, like if he plays a Dragger here, I'd rather anoint that than this. Than a 6 mana 3/3 flyer. Swamp. Is it a land? Oh, it's creature enchantment, so he's literally just milled 5. I mean, okay. So we have to go wound here. Augury. So 5, 6, 7, 8. So probably just take Vraska's Fall here. Any order. This. Infectious Inquiry. Any order. This. 7, 8, 9, and 10. Nice. So as long as he doesn't have a big giant haster here, we should be good. Come on. Let's go. 3, 4, go. At least we kept, like, if we didn't find these, at least we kept this for this kind of scenario too. That we can anoint this so he doesn't get an exile. So, for what that's worth anyways. So GG, my friend, GG. GG. Mm-hmm. GG. Yeah, so nicely done. We managed to get there with the good old poison. We got the 3-2. Not bad. Take that. Take that. So let's look at the changes. So looking at this list, we went 3-2. We didn't verse anything majorly competitive. Like we versed Naira Initiative. We versed Green Black Turbo Dredge. We versed Turbo Fog. And we versed 2 Terrors, which is the most competitive, and we lost both times. So, with that being said, I think the biggest problem with this deck at the moment is it might be the mana base. It could be the mana base. It could be the card selection as well. Like, we're running 12 cards here that replace themselves. 12 cards here which replace themselves. And they're all, apart from Augury, they're all just pretty bad. They're just blind replacements, which is fine, but obviously it puts you in a position where you're just not going to be able to function sometimes. So maybe looking at the Bog in pretty much most matchups were pretty clutch. So I definitely would like to add a second one of those to this particular list. I could also see adding... I don't really know what the best way forward is. Maybe a fourth. I could see going an extra Bog, an extra Barons, cutting it down to 5 tap lands. I could even see cutting it for a 4th Aqueduct and then just adding another basic and don't run backwater. And then that means you've only got effectively like 3, 4, 5, 6 tap lands, including the Bogs, which is fine. I think the number of lands is probably okay. We only had one game where we were struggling for mana. The other thing is you could try and add some other sort of draw engine like Frantic Inventory, but I just don't think it's like really worth it. I think the Preordained Ponders are probably the best way forward. Anoint was okay. It probably is pretty irrelevant. It actually is more likely to hinder you than not. Like, the exile's good, but it's not worth the jump through the hoops. So I probably would just add 2 cast downs. I don't see the difference really. Rastus Fall was pretty good. What else were I changing? I think the biggest issue for us is sideboard space, which a lot of like general decks do have that issue. So you kind of want to work out what's good, what's not. So I'd like to test this Golden Urn out against Kuldotha and see how it goes from there, because obviously we've currently dedicated 8 slots to red. Well, 9 slots if you include this, which is pretty brutal. It just doesn't allow us to do anything. Like, our space now is really, really limited. Violet Moon was okay. It was pretty medium. I could easily see that being something else. Maybe 2 more Ponders. Another Rascal's Fall. Easily. I wouldn't bat an eyelid at that. The Bring the Endings were okay. The actual mana mattering, like the being Wonder Blue as opposed to Blue, actually seemed to come up a lot. Especially with like Aqueducts and stuff, so it definitely helped that everything cost 1 in a blue. So I would definitely run 4 of these and 2 of these, and like early on when you're trying to corrupt them anyways, you're kind of okay. Like the Quench or Quelch or whatever the card is, the counter time spell that you pay 2 kind of effect is kind of like good enough most of the time. It's only in the mid game when if you for some reason don't find your Prologues, don't find your Inquiries, and don't find your Vraska's Falls, then it kind of falls. But we definitely should have some more sideboard dedicated for the likes of Terra, or just even more general, a much better rounded game against that. And also still taking into consideration Affinity and Bogles and Kuldotha Red. So they're the kind of decks that I would like to aim to beat. I think naturally the mid-range decks you're probably okay because you have that much removal. So I could see these going in the main. I originally have had them in the main in the past. I don't think Wounds, like, it's okay. It's not fantastic. I don't think we need a null either. I think a null's probably a bit overrated, really, for us, because we are not, like, fair or anything. We have answers to Bogles for the enchantment side of things. And the artifact side, like Affinity, you're kind of just going to look at killing all the stuff. So, and you can't count, like, Deadly Dispute and things like that, so it's not, like, insane. So, I definitely think we could lose the nulls and lose now the wounds here. And look at like a little bit of a shift up on the sideboard, just free up some space. So I think the mid-range decks are probably where you're okay. It's just the hyper aggro from Kuldotha and Terra, and then the control aspect as well. So like maybe look at putting some relics in, all that sort of stuff. Definitely there's definitely something here. Like the shell's okay. The shell's pretty solid. You're just like a generic control deck, so you can't ever be really too bad. But yeah, I think definitely there's something here, and I'll mess about with it a bit some more, and hopefully guys see you next time for the next iteration of this. So hope you guys enjoy this, and I'll see you guys next time.